Do you feel lost when it comes to exercise? Working out for the first time can be really intimidating. There's huge people and unfamiliar machines. It's a lot to take in. If that sounds like you, then you're in the right place. If you don't know what you're doing, I recommend you stick all the way through so you don't get lost. At the end, I'll address common questions and concerns people have about lifting. Goals. The biggest mistake most people make when first starting out is not having any real, tangible goals. Everyone wants to get jacked or lose weight, but a huge part of making progress is setting realistic milestones to guide your training. Are you training for strength, aesthetics, health? Do you want to develop your skills for a specific sport? Knowing these things is vital. It gives you a North Star to structure your lifts. It helps to understand, before you get into the gym, what you want to get out of it. That being said, you should give yourself room to experiment and change your mind. You might find that at first, you only want to get healthier, but you really enjoy the feeling of adding numbers to your bench. Letting yourself explore your interests in the gym is a huge part of enjoying your training. When it comes to actually doing the work, you, by default, probably don't know what you're doing. That is nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone starts from zero. I personally advise trying various compound lifts. They're usually fairly easy to learn, and they are great for developing overall strength and musculature. They give you a foundation to specialize on later in your career. That being said, you don't need to be beholden to the bench, squat, and deadlift. Have fun and experiment. See what lifts and machines you like and what you don't. Having fun in the gym is a big part of consistency. Your first few weeks should be spent figuring out things that you enjoy doing so then you can work on those things in the future. Last thing, don't worry about hitting large numbers. For your first few months, you should be focusing on improving your technique and bringing up all-around development. Laying a solid technical foundation early on in your journey is a great way to ensure that in the future you're a safe and effective athlete. Lifestyle. You've been lied to about dieting. You've been led to believe that it's this big mysterious thing and the best way to diet is to cut out some arbitrary food group. You don't need to go keto, you don't need carnivore or paleo. The only thing you need to understand is macronutrients. Macros are the three significant structure types that make up food. There's fats, protein, and carbs. You do need enough protein to promote muscle growth, roughly 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. On the other hand, you need enough fats and carbs to promote day-to-day function and health. Cutting out any one of those three building blocks is a really bad idea. Yes, you should try to limit refined sugars and hyperpalatable food. That much is obvious. That being said, an apple is not the devil because it has carbs. Being overly restrictive in your eating is at best unnecessary and at worst deeply unhealthy. The other side of lifestyle is your recovery. Recovery is incredibly simple. Give yourself rest days and sleep at least 8 hours a night. If you do that, you're fine. FAQ. I'm nervous to go to the gym. What should I do? Don't be. Everyone that's there is there for self-improvement. They usually just want to see others succeed. Some of the kindest people you'll ever meet are in the gym right now. Not to say bullies don't exist, they do, but they are few in number and universally hated by the broader gym community. It's also a good idea to bring a friend. It's a good way to feel more comfortable, and it keeps you honest. How do I stay motivated when progress stalls? It's important to bring yourself back to your goals. Do you want to build a respectable physique? Do you want to get stronger? Maybe just healthier. All of these things will happen if you're training, eating, and recovering properly. The issue is, many people vastly underestimate just how long these things take. It can take a long time, but you shouldn't let that discourage you. That time will pass anyways, and I guarantee you'd rather be the version of you that tried and put in that work. I'm skinny fat. Should I bulk or cut? This is a sucky situation to be in. Normal dieting advice doesn't exactly help. If you bulk, you're going to gain some muscle, sure, but you're also going to gain fat, which only makes a problem worse. If you cut, you won't gain that much muscle, and now you're just skinny. The solution to this problem is something called recomposition. Recomposition, or recomp for short, is the process where you both gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. This happens because when in caloric maintenance with training stimulus, your body draws on stored energy to build more muscle mass. This is even easier for beginners since you're primed to gain more muscle now than later in your lifting career. This is far from a deep dive into all the fundamentals of training for beginners. If you want to see that, let me know down below. But this should give you a jumping off point to make progress. Just stay consistent. Working out is a huge lifestyle choice, but it's one of the best ones you'll ever make.